Kasper, can you just tell us how much you're looking forward to your first trophy day in Glasgow?
Yeah, very much so. I've seen a few from the outside, so to be a part of one will be be a great experience. Looking forward to it.
Players always speak about using this time of season as a time for reflection post-season, but with a Scottish Cup final coming up so soon and the chance to win a treble, do you think it's going to be difficult to soak all of that in on Saturday?
I think that's part of our job is to be professional. I mean, as much as the after game stuff will be a big talking point for us. The game is the important bit. It's about finishing the season strong, finishing like champions, making sure that we do our jobs right. That's been the focus in training this week. It's been the topic of conversation is, you don't want to finish and get a trophy having not played well or having not won. So full focus is on the game to win.
You've enjoyed a trophy day before with Leicester City. Can you just talk to us about the similarities and differences between that title win and this one?
That's difficult to say. I think every time you win a trophy, I know it's quite common up here, but at least in a normal career, it's not a common thing to win trophies all the time. So each one is very special. Each one has its own characteristics. But the comparisons are and the similarities are always the same. It's always starts with a good group, a good solid group of guys who are incredibly disciplined, incredibly hardworking. And then led by a manager who has a vision, a clear idea of how he wants to play. And most of all, the only thing that will ever win you anything is hard work. And if you don't have that hard work ethic, then you don't win anything. So I think the comparisons that I can draw is between the groups of players are built on good, solid characters, but most of all, the foundations are hard work.
And just on a little bit of a different note, one of your teammates from that last title win, Jamie Vardy, will play his last game for Leicester City this weekend. Can you try and put into words what sort of contribution he has provided for Leicester City over these years?
Yeah, I think Vardy is without a doubt and one of the best strikers, if not the best striker I've ever played with. His contribution is huge, and it's one of those difficult ones trying to single people out, particularly through our time at Leicester. There's been so many people that have contributed in different ways, but without question, the ones that always are remembered as the goal scorers. And Vards, I think, is 199 goals now in 499 appearances. That doesn't just show his quality; it shows his professionalism, his longevity, and again his love and dedication to the game. You reach a certain age in football, and you've attained a certain status, and you've won what you've won, but to still have the desire, still have the hunger, that's just a testament to the love of the game. And Vards is certainly one that I know for a fact that every day he loves playing football. He loves being out on the pitch, loves smashing balls around, loves being a part of the group. So yeah, it'll be a massive loss for Leicester without a question. And that's just not just on the pitch. That's his whole character and his whole personality off the pitch. And it'll be a challenge for them to well, it's not going to be possible for them to replace him, but to find a new direction. Then that'll always be tough.
When it comes to Celtic, consistently having that hunger and desire that you talk about there, how important is that to, across a league campaign and a domestic campaign to get to this point where you're closing in on a potential treble? It's everything. Hunger and desire to work hard is absolutely everything. There's no success, I think, in any profession without a desire and a hunger to be better. That's what I love about this team, is that every single day you feel that hunger, you feel that desire, and people will say it looks easy from the outside, but that's because we sometimes make it look easy because of the work that we put in. When you look at our physical stats, the output every single day in training, in games, that's why we're champions, because we work harder than anybody else, and we put in an incredible amount of effort, not just the players, but the staff, everyone around the club. The whole club has to be in synergy, otherwise you just don't win. And like I said, I can speak from experience, having won the Premier League that's when the whole club is functioning in perfect harmony. But everything, the cornerstone of everything, is hard work and desire.
How was the shoulder, and was that a wee bit of a concern for you maybe a week or two ago with the cup final?
No, feels good. Feels really good. Hasn't. I mean, I've been out on the pitch for quite a while now, but obviously with a fracture, you got to. You know, there's not really a lot you can't speed up a fracture heal, so you got to wait for it to heal. And you know, now it's healed, and yeah, training feels great. Game the other day felt great. So just really happy to be back now.
How impressed have you been with Bill in your absence?
Yeah, listen, I've trained with Bill all season. He's been top draw. You know, you don't come to a club like Celtic unless you're a good goalkeeper. So he's done very, very well.
You see, with the fracture, you played through that when you got injured? Was it?
Yeah, we didn't have any subs left, so you know, we were chasing going to the final four, and we didn't have any subs left, so I didn't want to leave the team with 10 men. Sometimes you just got to push through the pain barrier, and you know, particularly when you're playing for your country, it means the world. I wanted to get to the opportunity of winning a trophy for us. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be.
Is that the thing that maybe people don't realise, don't see the sacrifices you make to put yourself through the pain barrier as well?
For me, that's part of being an international footballer. If you want to play for your country, then you're putting everything on the line. Simple as that. I've always said it, when it comes to particularly your country, it's everything. There is nothing bigger in the world than playing for your country, captaining your country. And if you're in that position, you've got to lead by example. And if it hurts, it hurts, and you just got to get on with it. Try and give your team the best chance to go through. You know, and if that means sacrificing the pain, then yeah, so be it.
When it comes to Vil, how important is it as a goalkeeping group to have those high standards and to have other goalkeepers in that group pushing you for your place in the team?
No, I think goalkeeping is a very different kind of mentality where, you know, we are part of a team, but we wear a different kit. We are separated, but we're still together. You know, it is quite a different one. So you kind of have to have a very different mindset, maybe, because you're still part of a team, but you're very much an individual in your way of structuring your week, structuring your preparation for a game. You know, and every goalkeeper is different. The way I've always trained is I focus on myself. I set my standards, and if I know if I drop below my standards, then I won't allow that to happen. And that's always been the same regardless of who I've trained with. For me, I have a very clear idea of what I know I can do and what I want to do and how I want to do it. And I'm never going to allow myself to fall below those standards. And I think that's what works for me and what works for others. You know, some people need to look at the guy next to them and feel like they're being pushed, and some people don't. Some people need other things. For me, you know, I'm always in competition with myself. I'm always, every single training session, when I sit and analyse and watch the video from the training session, I'm in competition with myself always. And yeah, that's been my mindset from day one. In terms of the group, it's so important having quality around you all the time, because it just elevates the level of the session, and in turn that elevates everyone around you. So to have not just Vil, but you know, Scott Bain, got to mention him as well. I've always said probably the hardest and most unrecognised position in a football club is the goalkeepers that aren't playing, because you're travelling, you're still sacrificing all the time away from family, all these kind of things, and you're never getting any of the accolades of the glory, but you're still there, you're supporting, you're still a part of the team, you're still pushing, you're still doing all the things that you have to do, but you don't get the joy of the game. So to the whole goalkeeping unit, it's such an important part of the one who's playing to kind of recognise and appreciate every effort that's being put in.